Places, everyone.
I'm trying.
Oh my gosh.
We've replaced our old, brittle cooling system hoses with tons of new ones. So, the next step.
What's the plan?
We're going to flush the coolant system out with just some water out the hose.
And the steps go on.
Okay, I meant like just the first step.
Oh, well.
Welcome. Oh my god, you don't need a cut. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I thought
You know what? It's day 2, the end of our cooling system job.
And this means the last mechanical job in our 1965 Clark Cortez Motorhomes restoration.
I'm feeling super hopeful, I'm feeling hopeful.
But as you'll see, my reaction changes. Because our work is in vain, as we determined we need one huge modernization that many of you have mentioned to us, so we do listen. We're here, and we're about to release this big news right now. This is Andy, and I'm Elle, and we're overhauling an antique RV before seeking our greatest adventure yet. You can come along too, so subscribe and roll up your sleeves because there's a lot of work ahead.
Make sure it's locked up, farmer.
I kind of want to leave it open so if a bull comes I can run after it.
I got a lot of water in the bucket, and I got a good amount of water out of the bucket. I think I'm ready though. Are you ready? So the plan is that we're gonna put this into the radiator.
Yep. And
with anything else?
Yeah, some coolant flush. And we'll do that once with this water and then we'll drain it all out.
And we have to turn the Cortez on to do that?
We have to try to, yeah.
Okay.
This is the radiator. It's not a radiator, is it?
What's a radiator cleaner?
Right.
Well, you were going to say radiator
I was going to
cleaner,
say this is the radiator we're going to use.
I didn't know. You were going to say really?
Yeah. This is the radiator cleaner that we're going to be using. We've actually got 2 of these. We're going to run it through twice to make sure it's super clean. And this apparently cleans the cooling system, removes calcareous deposits. I don't know what they are, as well as residues, oils.
Residues containing oil. It increases the operational safety of the vehicle. Oh shoot, I'm totally stoked about this.
We don't need to worry about the sketchy wiring or anything like that. This is going to make everything safe. So we basically throw this in with the water. We run it for 10 to 30 minutes. It does say leave the heat assistant open, but obviously we haven't got ours connected. And then we drain it, refill as specified, and we'll...
Let's just pause there.
Okay.
Pause there. Drink up, buddy. Drink up.
You should probably check the leaks. No leaks. Okay, what we'll do is we'll now try and get it running. So we need to put the battery in.
Oh, get it running now?
And then the water pump will start pulling through the water and we can pour more in.
I'm sorry. I just want them to see how funny you look. I'm sorry.
I love this driving position.
You
it's
look
great.
like the tiniest driver.
I'm the tiniest trucker in the world.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we please get one of those like horns that are on there?
Yeah, but can it be something like beep, beep. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because this engine's not ran for a good few months, all the oil that was in the heads has drained back into the sump. And because we've changed the valve stem seals and there's not all that much oil back in the heads that we put there, we're going to turn the engine over a few times without it firing up so that the oil gets circulated around the engine. And to do that, we're just going to disconnect the power from the distributor. That cable is now solid because it's not moved for so long. Okay. That's better.
Is it though? I think what I hate more than the carburetor, which is your like worst enemy, is the choke. I hate the choke. EFI would get rid of the choke?
Yep.
Oh, it would?
Yeah.
I think I always forget that. Oh my gosh, I hate the choke. I love it for the old classic vintage aspect, but...
Nope, not me.
It just doesn't seem very efficient to me. Which is obviously the case. It's not efficient, right? That's why vehicles don't have chokes anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Okay, ready?
But we're just turning it over and it's not gonna start.
Right. Hopefully.
That's what we want. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, the battery's dead.
The battery's dead?
Apparently.
Remember, the first goal was to get our engine to cycle.
Now we're going to reconnect the distributor and try firing it up.
I'm feeling super hopeful. I'm feeling hopeful.
Okay. I didn't expect it to fire up first time. Can I make a suggestion of just giving it a cheeky squirt of start fluid?
Any bit of assistance right now lifts more than the spirits.
Okay.
That was great. Was that not great?
Yeah,
Did that
but
surprise you?
no.
I'm totally surprised. Okay,
Try again.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah, go on. Let's do the hand over the carb trick.
Yes, that's exactly what we need to do.
Can I just say, before it does fire up, the fact that there's been no clunking noises from the valves proves to us that we've done it right.
But what wasn't right was our Cortez's engine, as it battled us, refusing to start once
Okay.
and twice
Just don't want to burn anything out.
and more.
Starter fluid.
When I start firing it up, just keep going like, you know, like
Yeah,
how we used
I'll
to,
do
like
it,
that.
but just tell me when to stop doing it.
Right.
Not like crazy yelling, just be like, okay, you can stop now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Tell me when to start.
Right. Now.
Yeah.
As soon as it fires up, try stopping.
Okay, you still tell me when to start and stop.
Okay,
spraying.
and I'm going to put my hand over the carburetor, okay?
Okay, just tell me when and I'll
Right.
move.
Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, stop. Stop.
It was just not, you didn't fully cover it.
I know.
Okay, I just.
I've never done this before, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. No. There's no gas coming out of the nozzles.
That's because that itty bitty little bit in the final last piece of the carburetor is probably gelatinous.
Probably.
And so we have to take it apart and get that gelatinous bit out to put it back together.
You're absolutely right.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been through this rodeo before.
So we started to take apart our carburetor, and that's when Andy dropped the smallest piece. But there is one victory.
Found
Are
it.
you serious?
Magnet on a
No,
stick.
don't act like. No, don't.
Don't act
Magnet
like that.
on a
Like,
stick.
that was pure luck. Which, side note,
Leads to our big news.
we are going to buy EFI, like, leaving here, going home. We're not going to use that money towards welding. We're going to use that money towards EFI.
Okay.
Don't you think? Because this is just a bit insane.
I've been saying it for a year.
This is, as far as I'm concerned,
Done.
watertight.
Yes.
How suitable it's going to be for a return when we do electronic fuel injection, I don't know.
This is a problem for another day that's months down the line.
Years down the line.
You said before we travel.
I mean... I hate carburetors so bad.
Well, the Cortez decided to be a bit finicky and not start.
Damn carburetor! If we had EFI, it wouldn't be a problem.
So should we really do EFI?
I think so, yeah. It'll run smoother, it'll fire up every time. We won't need to mess with the fueling ever. Let's get EFI. For 2 years I've been saying let's get EFI.
I think we should look and consider this seriously before moving to our next job.
I've been saying we need to get EFI for 18 months.
I don't think it's reliable enough to continue this journey.
Okay, well then we definitely want to look at EFI.
Listen, we know you've been saying it for a year, and I'm here with you now in this year, and we're going to do it.
Okay. You've no idea how happy I am.
You happy though?
Yeah. My only worry is...
That it won't start and then I'm gonna be angry?
No, well, who knows. But we've still got all the old wires as well. So if there's anything causing like the battery to drain, that's still going to occur. Basically none of the gauges really work.
Alright, well you know what? Let's just pause. Let's continue taking the carburetor apart.
Okay, it's ready to come apart as well.
Oh, it is ready?
It should be, as long as I can get this out here.
Okay, will you...
There we go.
It's always one more part with the carburetor. I just wanted to point out that we spared you the annoying and repetitive video of us always undoing the carburetor. To say that now it's ready.
This is not recommended as well. Like, do not follow us for instructions on this. There's fuel in here. So, why is it not coming through the nozzles? This is where my knowledge of carburetor starts to wane.
We've all been here before. We've all seen this carburetor come apart. I'm trusting that you, as our friend, even knows how to rebuild our carburetor by now. So we're just gonna spare you this repetitive video again and come back to you once this is done as well.
Well, I've only had to rebuild the carburetor twice today, so that's not too bad so far.
I guess not. But how did you fix this problem?
So the first time I took it apart, there's a plunger inside that I re-oiled. It was really dry. I gave everything a good spray of cleaner, put a bit more fuel in it, and put it back together. When we tried firing it up, I noticed that there was only one jet of fuel coming out. There should be two. Took it back in, found the piece that where the two nozzles are, and it looked like the bowl kind of had some jelly, gooey fuel on the one side, and it was kind of blocking it up. So we've got to give it a good clean, put it back together. We've just give it a quick twist by hand, and 2 jets of fuel are coming out. So
we're ready to start.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. So loud.
I've got my foot on the gas. The foot on the gas!
Oh my gosh, it sounds so great.
I don't know about that.
I think it does. There's no like rattling. There's no like clanking.
It just doesn't sound strong.
And just like that, our engine died.
Don't want to flood it, don't flood it.
Suction.
We tried everything, but our V8 would not work again.
Definitely suction.
There was starter fluid and throttle opening. Throttle adjustment. Blind hope.
It's not a good sign. But no. Oh!
Carburetor's butterfly adjustment.
Just closed all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay. This should be it. This should be it.
Cluelessness.
Do you think it needs to be opened?
Wishful thinking. Stubbornness.
Okay.
More vacuum.
Why is it not doing anything?
Starter fluid draining. And despite this looking good, it still did not work. There are 3 essentials to achieve combustion, which gets an engine running. So Andy checked for fuel, spark, and air.
Yeah, it's still kicking out gas. Yeah, that's sparking. Let's make sure these are tight. Nothing's gone seriously wrong because there's no noises. Like when it is running, it sounds pretty good. So I'm not worried that anything's like failed or anything like that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
How long will it take to get the EFI?
probably have it next week.
If we're gonna order EFI, are we just wasting our time right
I
now?
mean, kind of, yeah. Okay. I mean, you're right, yeah.
We take you through this hell of a day because people reach out to us saying they want an old RV too. But pause here. You have to understand that this means this is what you're signing up for. This is the reality of owning an antique. So with that final realization, we call it a day.
No dice, so we can't get it running. Don't know why. There's spark, there's gas, there's air, but it won't run. So we're kind of done for today.
Yeah. I just realized we're wasting our time. at least one problem. Who knows if it's this problem, but one problem we've had is the carburetor, and so that's why we decided we were getting EFI, and we made the decision today. We're gonna go home and order it, and so we're just wasting our time messing around with things like the carburetor.
Yeah, the amount of time we've lost because of the carburetor now is like days of time.
Right, so we're calling it in for today. Coming back next time with EFI, and as far as the radiator, we will tackle that when it will start with EFI. Yeah?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I'm happy with that plan.
Yeah, I'm happy too.
And this is when our restoration breaks down in the worst way imaginable. And we'll have much more on that. But for now, what you don't know can't hurt you.
So y'all, leave us a comment. We're getting EFI. Tell us how you feel about it, because you've been telling me we need it all along, and man, y'all been right. We're getting it. We're getting it.
I'm lost for words.
So expect to see us opening one massive box in our next story.
Is this really heavy?
Yeah, I know.